What's up guys, how are you all doing? Well, I'm guessing you're good since you're on YouTube looking for videos to watch. Well, thank you for clicking this video and you are welcome to Television CK. Now, if you are new to this channel, please be sure to be a part of this amazing family by hitting the subscribe button as well as the notifications button. Now, what this does is every single time we upload a new content on this channel, you will be one of the first people to know, so you don't miss a thing. And like I always say, if you are a revisiting subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. We do appreciate you a lot. So on October 2nd this year, Nigerian superstar Davido appeared in an interview with Big Brother Naija host Ebuka, and during the interview he revealed a handful of previous obscure information. He discussed how his mom and dad, met in Atlanta while she was doing his masters. His sister Sharon was born there and later he came. However, he's the only one of his siblings who lived in Nigeria. He also discussed how he used to be a hip-hop head and used to love 50 Cent before getting inspired by the Mohits crew to make music after a chance meeting in a club. While his dad wanted to force him to go back to school and he wanted to oblige, the plane that took him back to the US for school also had Wont on board. So the next day was the video shoot for the Banj's Mr. Endowed remix featuring Snoop Dogg. Davido said he broke his SIM card and didn't go to school for a whole year. Now, after his dad realized that he really wanted to pursue his music career or pursue a career in music, he found him money for a studio, which Davido started giving out to people for free. Through that venture, he claims to have met Source Kid, Mo Cheddar, and many other acts. But still, he had to finish school. So while he wanted to attend the University of Lagos, his dad made him attend Babcock and made him stay in the Vice Chancellor's house. Shortly after, he shot a video for Back When featuring Naito C. Davido's dad is said to have paid Naito over 1 million naira after his cousin made the connects. While he respects him, Davido says nobody helped him get to where he is but God. According to him, he would have made it in any industry of his choosing. Now, here's what keeps Davido going. So in May 2021, Davido's run will hit 10 years in the Nigerian music industry. So what keeps him going, according to him, is his haters. However, he realizes and says that nobody will be on top forever, and therefore he called Mayor Kun his succession plan. In previous interviews, as well as on his Twitter, Davido had previously admitted to being a fan of Wizkid in the early days. He has also severally noted that Wizkid inspired his entire generation. In a very nice part with Burna Boy, Davido also called himself and Wizkid the two greatest of all time. But now he says he wouldn't exactly say Wizkid influenced him, but he saw a young guy getting it and that was the first time. He mentioned D'banj and Wont, and though he wouldn't say they were old at the time, according to him, Wizkid was young and was actually getting it, so that motivated him a bit. Now, on how he met Wizkid, Davido says they used to have Christmas parties in his dad's house, and Asika invited Wizkid, who was the hottest thing at the time. He said, "I met him at that time, but we did not link up, and then I met him again when I came back." He also mentioned that he had a great relationship with Wizkid and that he even made an appearance in his Damiduro video. Davido then discussed how things started to get weird between the two of them as he got bigger, especially after he dropped his debut album. He says it's the competition that caused it, but besides that, he loves Wizkid and he knows the feeling is mutual. Now, on the topic of Burna Boy. First off, Davido says Burna Boy is his brother and that he prefers to keep everything on the music. But then again, he also says he will never back down because, excuse my French, he is not a pussy. He says the last time he saw Burna Boy was in December 2019, but by then, he had already started hearing all sorts of things. Meanwhile, he says Femme is not a Burna Boy diss song, and that is a song for everybody doing bad things to him. When he was asked if Burna Boy and Wizkid's link up in London means they were against him, he replied in the affirmative. Now, here's why everybody believed that Femme was a Burna Boy diss. So on September 10th, 2020, Davido returned to social media after a 3-month absence, which began on June 3rd, 2020. He posted a cryptic message that suggested that he had changed his number and wanted to focus on himself. Now, the period coincided with final touches to his third studio album, A Better Time, which was a follow-up to his sophomore album, A Good Time. Davido's return also coincided with the release of his first single of 2020, Femme. So in Yoruba, Femme is an onomatopoeia for shut up. Now, a few weeks ago, Davido shot a video for the song and footage from the shoot emerged on social media. Now, remember, Femme also marks the return of Davido to social media after he initially left on June 3, 2020. So from the looks of things, it was quite understandable that people were of the notion that Femme was a reply or diss or even a threat to Burna Boy. In the first line of the song, Davido sang, "It be like you don't dey talk too much. Small talk you don't dey talk who talk, Femme." Then the short, and I quote, threats began. He said, "Person where they find pity, not they do me itty bitty." But what really gave the video away was the line, "Then Odogu say we like to party, just call me." Now remember, Burna Boy's first single from his album Live was the smash hit Like to Party. Burna Boy's first single of 2020 is also titled Odogun, and also on his album Twice as Tall, Burna Boy also appeared to reference Davido on two songs, Way Too Big and No Fi Vex. And also on Real Life, which featured Stormzy, Burna Boy also seemed to have fired shots at Davido when he said, "F a good time." Now, while Way Too Big was an outright vaunting of self, No Fi Vex was more temporal. In the song, it appeared that Burna Boy was simply stating that he doesn't care about a pointless fight. However, he metaphorically hinted that he wanted distance, saying, "Day Abuja make a day Lagos." So then how exactly did we get here? On March 31st, 2020, Burna Boy had a Q&A with his fans and announced that his new album, Twice as Tall, will be released in July 2020. And on May 4, 2020, Davido also announced that his new album, A Better Time, will also be released in July. He also said that Tiwa Savage, Nicki Minaj and others will be featured on the album. Then, on May 22nd, 2020, Davido took to his Instagram stories to post that his album, A Better Time, will again drop in July. Shortly after, Burna Boy wrote on his Instagram story, "July will be very funny and I shall laugh accordingly." A while later, Davido posted a photo of himself and Wizkid as edited by Ayo Africa on his Twitter and wrote, "The two greatest of all time, no cap." He then gave Ayo Africa, the artist who edited the picture of himself and Wizkid, a sum of 1 million naira.
Guess what, guys? Davido just sent my guy 1 million naira! 1 million received!
1 million láti gbà lọ
from Davido! That's EBG!
Ẹ ṣé o, ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Túndé àti Davido.
Túndé náà the star maker!
1 million ló fún wa o, ó ṣé o.
1 million!
Náà nìkan wẹ̀ o, bó ṣe ń help gbogbo èèyàn báyìí, owó ẹ̀ máa ròkè sí ni o.
Amen!
Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run kò ní
Amen!
ìrà o.
Amen!
Ọlọ́run mẹ́ ò ní gbẹ́bọ̀dẹ̀, dáyẹ̀ mẹ́ ò ní gbẹ́bọ̀dẹ̀ o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run o. Wàá máa ní sí ni, òkè báyìí ló máa lọ lágbára tọ́lọ́run. Ò ní wálẹ̀, lágbára lẹ́jà, ò ní wálẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o, gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Davido àti Túndé ẹ̀gbọ́n o. Ẹ ṣé o, ẹ ṣé o. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Thanks very much. All thanks to Túndé Ednut, all thanks to Davido. If not for Túndé Ednut, who else? Túndé Ednut, the star maker, the king maker. You are the king himself. All thanks to 30BG. Davido also followed back. Kilo too cool. I don't think I was in blow now.
In a recent interview, the Assurance crooner also denied claims that he dissed Burna Boy in Femme, describing himself as being one of the happiest for Burna Boy's success. Davido questioned why everyone was asking what Femme was about, claiming that Burna Boy and himself are brothers and that they can't be in the same room and have an argument because they have outgrown that. He stated emphatically, "I was the happiest for Burna Boy's success. I know how many times people discredited him. Do you know how many times I said, if Burna Boy gets the opportunity, he will be #1? I don't want to hit anybody. If I don't do music, all my brothers out there are richer. If I work for them, do you know how many power plants we have?" He further went on to say, "I have been a billionaire in Dallas. Burna is my brother. I met him in 2010 when I bought my first Fender. Me, Burna, and Dami Crane drove from one hotel to meet Two-Face in Grasshopper. Army men held us and flogged us. At the time, we weren't popular that much. Even after Burna blew, we were still cool. I've never said or wanted to do him bad. Even the guys telling him Davido is saying this and that, his PA knows what I did for him. Speaking further on their feud, Davido, who cited Burna Boy's diss for him over a comic photograph, said he has severally tried talking it out with the African giant singer, but can't keep doing that. The 27-year-old said it seems as though there's a plan between Burna Boy and Wizkid to gang up against him. He claimed to have seen a funny picture of Babalawo, that's a spiritualist, with himself and Wizkid. He was also made aware of Burna Boy's comment saying, "Everybody knows you cannot play football, but your dad bought the football team." Now, addressing Burna Boy, Davido said, "I'm happy you are up. We are supposed to be running this together. You were angry that I posted me and Wizkid, but you are with Wizkid in London every day. If they plan to come together against me, it won't work. I'm not fighting them. We are the biggest in the game. Why are you fighting me? I've never said anything bad about you or discredited you." Davido continued that he answers his problems with music and that no one, not even Burna Boy, can tell him exactly what his problem with him is. He reiterated that ganging up against him will yield no results, also expressing how hurtful the whole situation is and that his efforts to right things with Burna has proved futile and he does not know how long he will keep trying. Davido says he has tried to bring them all together and that he released fame to reiterate that fact. According to him, he would like it if Burna Boy replies. Now, on the rivalry between himself and Wizkid, Davido said a collaboration should have happened between them a long time ago, but power play has continued to keep them from connecting with each other, despite attempts that have been made. He also emphasized how close they used to be back in the day. They were the youngest in the game, and they had fans all around them at all times, but after his first album, their relationship began to deteriorate. He said, of course, the feeling of competition was there. Davido acknowledged the fact that that could be the reason, but according to him, he's never done anything. They both have love for each other, but competition caused this. He said, and I quote, "There was power play. Fans and people around us don't make it easier. Wizkid and I have always been together. In 2017, there was this chairman that said he wanted to see me. I didn't know Wizkid was there. I saw him, we spoke, we hugged and left it. Everything was cool. Again, after that in 2017, he called Mayor Kunda. He wanted him to feature in the show. I asked him to go because as my artist, I would never block his side. Wizkid's bodyguard called saying he wants me to show up. I did, and that was one of the greatest moments in Nigeria's entertainment history. After that, we went our ways. I think we both listened to the fans too much. Did I and Wizkid's beef or rivalry make us bigger? Yes, it did. We are both not doing it on purpose. He is my brother. But there's really a problem and we need to fix it. I've tried. Like I keep saying, the problem is not from me. And honestly, I'm saying this on camera. Ayo Balogun, I don't have any problem with you." To him, if the three of them are the biggest in the game and two are linking up to the detriment of the other, then it means one thing, that's the beef. Davido has known Burna Boy since 2010 and they used to hang out. He says that he said it many times that Burna Boy should be number one. He also remembers a funny incident when Burna Boy and Dami Crane got arrested by police. He stated emphatically, "I was the happiest for Burna's success. Me and Burna can't even have wahala. Grammy nomination, I'm happy. It doesn't take anything away from me. Even his PA knows what I did for him." Davido also confirms Burna Boy was angry at the picture he posted in May 2020. He says, his guy told me, but you are with Wizkid in London every day. If they won't do all those join together come at me, it not go work. I'm not fighting them." Furthermore, Davido says he is not into violence because he has kids. He would rather go to the studio than fight, acknowledging that there are bigger and important things to focus on. He sees Wizkid and Burna Boy's collaboration as rooting against him and calls it whack. He says, "I can't lie, it hurts me sometimes. I've tried to reach out to Burna Boy. It's probably one thing, he doesn't like me. I'm not fighting anybody, they just like to make me look like the bad guy." So now, the million-dollar question. Did money make it easier for Davido? The answer is simple, as he said, "I think money made acceptance harder. Nigerians love a grass-to-grace story. I had to overwork, but as a real nigga, I would say it made things easier a bit." Alright guys, I think this about sums everything up. Here's all you need to know about the ongoing feud between Davido, Wizkid and Burna Boy from Davido's perspective. All right, so let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and like I always say, be sure to keep your comments as respectful as possible. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed to Television CK, be sure to do so to be a part of this wonderful family. After subscribing, be sure to hit the notifications button so that you don't miss any new uploads on this channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.